Well, hello my beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for September 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading for September. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, but they're literally showing me a couple of images in the water because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. They're showing me lots of clocks and some birds that look like hummingbirds. Yes, they're hummingbirds, okay? Now, I'm going to decode that energy. Those symbols, they may actually mean something to you, but if they don't, it can mean that with the clocks, it may feel like you are pressurized right now. You may feel that time is speeding up and you never have enough time in the day to do whatever it is you need to get done. It can also indicate there's some sort of time-sensitive deadline that you have in the month of September that you're working towards, and that you will be on target is what they're showing me. I mean, the hummingbirds tend to represent hard work, rewards for your hard work, being precise, your precision in whatever it is that you're doing, being dedicated and focused. But it can also indicate that you're going the extra mile for something in your life and it's going to create abundance. It can also indicate together like it's about time you got the abundance that you've been truly working hard towards. And it can also indicate, I mean, it could be something as simple as you're going to walk past someone who has a tattoo with a hummingbird and some clocks there, or maybe a business logo or something that will call to your attention over the next 6 weeks. So don't dismiss these images. Sometimes they may mean absolutely nothing in the moment, and then suddenly it all starts to slot into place, okay? So I'm just going to get the rest of your cards, but September is a pretty big month for change and U-turns. It brings greater ease and balance, both Venus and Mercury end their retrograde cycle, allowing the pressure to be released, and Virgo season actually influences us all to get back on track, get organized, and pass a critical eye on how we can get things moving in the right direction, as you have the Chariot card right there about moving in the right direction. Now, this month, you'll feel more productive, super effective, and moving forward to align yourself with your goals. We also have a grand trine with the new moon, Uranus and Pluto, which will see you transforming your life in extreme ways to free yourself up from the monotony of repetitive cycles. Now, this is a month where you'll feel that you're in service to accomplishing your goals or whatever it is you set out to do, and be proud of all the efforts that you achieve. Empowered and focus are the words that you'll probably use to describe this month. This is a time where you'll be energized to get all the important stuff done. We do have Jupiter retrograding, however, and that happens this month, which means you'll actually be busy making your own luck. And anything you achieve, you will work hard for. However, retrogrades are not all that bad. It gives you an opportunity to take stock, to revisit something that perhaps you used to love doing or a place that you used to love going to, and rediscovering things about yourself. So it gives us an opportunity to slow down a little bit. There's also a little bit of a fiery energy at the end of the month, which can be a little bit bumpy to navigate, but the full moon in Aries will give you extra power to launch ideas or re-strategize and find that extra energy to forge ahead. Now remember, Uranus and Pluto, the full card just flew right out there. As I was saying, remember that Uranus and Pluto are actually working in tandem, and you might see some hidden agendas come to light this month, whether that's on a personal level or on a global scale. You may see governmental policies change that can shock people into an awakening or a wake-up call, and it can be difficult to deal with, but this is a time for exposés. I think I mentioned that right at the beginning of the year, but September seems to be a month where things start to really kick off, okay? Also, personally though, it's all about you being productive in your own world, making things happen for you, and attracting the abundance that you have worked really hard for, okay? They want me to go one more, so I will. Now, for you in particular, my beautiful Librans, your 12th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month. And that is really about, it's your spiritual side, okay? That's the deepest part of your chart. So you may feel more sensitive than usual at the beginning of the month. You may feel that you want to connect to your higher self, commit yourself to developing your spiritual gifts, and you may feel like withdrawing in order to focus on a project or just to focus more on becoming self-aware. You'll receive a lot of important messages or information during this period. It's definitely a period for personal growth and development and feeling like, you know, it's time to recharge your batteries and relax. So even if you've taken a vacation, or even if you've you know, been taking a break recently, I definitely get a sense that you really want to take stock of life, your path, and the next steps on your journey at the beginning of the month. So you may feel a little bit in limbo whilst you kind of recalibrate the direction that you're taking, or you may have some answers that you're seeking during this time, and it's really important to withdraw. Now, we also have the 7th house of partnerships influencing you towards the end of the month, and that's really about the people you have in your everyday circumstances, your deepest partnerships and alliances. Some of you may even think about starting up businesses with those people, or you'll be looking at people that you can trust, who supports your dreams, who has not got your back. I feel like you're really focusing on the people around you. Also, if you are searching for love, this is a time where you can open yourself up, especially since Venus goes direct. So this is a great time to open yourself up to a loving relationship or a flirtation with someone that will lead to something a little bit more long-term. And if you're in a high-level commitment, it's about rediscovering that spark and keeping things fresh between you and your partner. But ultimately, it's about you being discerning about the company that you keep and observing who really has your back during life when things get tough, okay? And I don't see things getting tough for you here, but I feel like you're looking at life in terms of, you know, if people are not there when life is difficult, they certainly do not deserve a place in your life when you're leveling up or when you're having a glow up, right? And I definitely see that happening for you here. Now, your protagonist energy is the mountain. Things have been difficult. It's been a bit of a struggle, and I definitely get a sense here that you're frustrated and you're trying to push ahead. Some of you may have even felt like physically that you've been walking through mud. You may have felt like exhausted, and I feel like there's a difficult task in front of you, or something that you're trying to create that you think, you know what, it is going to be hard. But I feel like you're not going to give up. I feel like you're forging a way. Sometimes the best way over the mountain, it's not through the mountain, it's around the mountain. So some of you may find like a bit of a plot twist or a sidestep this month, which actually helps you move quicker towards your goal. I don't feel like you're not achieving your goal. I feel like you're finding a different approach, and I get a sense that it is easier. It says here, obstacles, delays, resistance, struggles, difficulty, blockages, stalled, and opposition. It's Saturn energy. So you may have dealt with rules or regulations or red tape or people telling you that this is the way it should be done. This is the way things have always been done. And I get a sense that you are a maverick. You're looking at things differently, and you're going around the mountain and you're finding your own way to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do, because it's covered by an Ace of Pentacles and a Chariot card. So some of you may be launching a new business, and people may have told you it's going to be hard. And, you know, of course, it's going to be difficult, but when you're following your passion, because you can see in that lovely card, I love this card by MAHRUKH X, you know, the mountain has their palms out. The angel of the mountain has the palms out, and there's a fire in that hand. So it's like, if you're passionate about something, you will find a will and a way. And I really feel that that's what you're approaching your September with. You'll find a will and a way. because I have this energy that you already have the will. So now you're finding the way, okay? So I really get a sense here that you're following your passions, but some people may have like looked at you like, oh, you can't do that, or it's never been done before, or it's really difficult, and you're like, watch me. So I definitely get a sense that you are taking a calculated risk in your life. I feel like you're making some big choices in the month of September, and I feel like you're moving forward towards success with no roadblocks. Okay, we've got the Chariot card, so this really indicates your dedication, you're being self-disciplined, and I feel like you're committing yourself to something that perhaps is difficult. You know it's going to be difficult, but I feel like you're having the confidence, or you're discovering the confidence in the month of September to make your dreams become a reality. This is a card of success, of bravery. Something is going to be hard won for you, but you're going to win it all the same. And with the Chariot card, I feel that some of you are on the move, like in terms of making progress. But ultimately, I feel the Chariot card is about you being in control of your destiny and not allowing anybody or anything control you, okay? With the Chariot card, I feel you have been searching for direction, and there is something that's been on your mind that you think that could be difficult, but I feel you have a passion for it, and I feel like you will find your way to accomplish it. The Chariot card also tells me that some of you are thinking about traveling or going on a vacation, and I get a sense that, especially with the Hangman there, I feel like you really need a break. Even if you've just been on one, I really get a sense that you are dealing with a lot. There's a lot of pressure on. I feel like you've been very busy. I feel like you've been multitasking, and you may have felt pushed and pulled in many different directions, and this energy is showing up for pretty much the collective right now, that everybody's feeling extra stretched, and we're living in a time period where things are pressurized. There's a lot of change going on in the world, and you're having to navigate those changes, and you're trying to find your security within those changes for what is to come. But also, I feel some of you are being called to move or relocate, maybe to the countryside or to a place where you feel called to or you long to. So some of you may be thinking about relocating, or some of you are changing your job right now, or some of you are opening yourselves up to second streams of income. I feel like it's a very savvy venture to take. If you haven't done it right now, I would definitely say that this is a time to launch that idea. Especially since Mercury goes direct, this is a perfect time for you to get on track with that idea and create it in your reality. Because I see that you are entrepreneurial in spirit, especially since you have the Fool card there. That is a card of taking a leap of faith, and you've got the dice there which represent risk. So I definitely see with the Chariot card that you are being bold and moving ahead. Now, on a more grounded level, some of you may have literally just bought a car, or you're saving to purchase a car, and I feel like, you'll actually find a discount on this. So whatever it is that you're purchasing this month, whether it's a car or not, I get a sense, even if it's a vacation that you're thinking about investing in, I get a sense you're going to find a deal. You're going to find it for less money than you started out looking for, okay? I feel like, yeah, you're going to have money off. Everyone loves a discount, but I feel like you've searched for it, and you're going to find it, okay? Now, also with the Chariot card, this is about your ambition. It's about your drive, and you're really launching this month with full steam ahead, all the energy you've got. So I definitely get a sense of you having that vitality, that spirit, and that desire to focus on a dream or a goal, or even something, a project that you want to get done. And I feel like you're going to make sure that you get it done. You're unstoppable this month. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, some of you are literally launching a new business idea, or you're starting a new job, or there may even be an offer of a promotion or a raise or a bonus in the works this month. And I know economically things are very stretched right now for pretty much every industry, but I definitely see that there is some sort of financial incentive for you. So some of you may actually have an appraisal this month at your current working environment, and you're going to be told that, of course, your finances will raise with inflation, but also I get a sense that there is a financial reward or some sort of incentive to indicate that they love what you do, that you're really talented, and they value the skills that you've got. For some of you, you may have felt that it's time to move on, that you don't want to be where you're at right now, and you're putting your resume out there to see if there's any other opportunities, because the aces are the start of something new. So I feel like you're looking at your investment, at where you put your energy, because you are very talented, you are very gifted, and I feel you're looking at value in your life. So some of you are either starting a new project or you're starting the hunt for a new income, because aces, you know, they tend to mean new income or new money coming on in. But I also see that there is a business idea that you've been formulating for a while. And this is something that will take root, and I feel like it's more in alignment with your passions, with your true life's calling. And it may have taken you some time, or it may take you some time to really make it become a reality, but I feel like you're already working on it, or you may be launching it this month. And I feel like financially it's going to be very lucrative for you. Yes, you may be a little bit worried or nervous about getting your stuff out there, but I definitely see that it's going to go from strength to strength. And I see that there's going to be a lot of people who are interested in it, or who want to work with you, or want to collaborate, or even just brainstorm with you, because they see you as someone who is very gifted, okay? Now, the Ace of Pentacles also is your commitment to prosperity, because this is your protagonist energy. I mean, if we apply this to the world circumstances for everybody, right now things are difficult. The mountain energy can feel like you're isolated. You may feel like finances are dwindling a lot quicker than they usually are because prices have gone up. So I really feel like you're looking at difficult circumstances right now, and I feel like you're trying to put yourself in a really good position to weather any economic storms that are to come. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, there's definitely an energy of austerity, shall we say, coming towards us in a way that perhaps we've never experienced before. But I see that you're putting yourself in a really good position to weather these changes, and I feel like intuitively you've been led to this position to prepare, okay? And with the Chariot card and the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like you can see that things are financially like a little bit difficult, and I feel like you are trying to find new and inventive ways to either attract more money, or you're actually just dedicating yourself to your prosperity and to your finances. So you may be looking at your savings plans, repayment plans, pensions, and you may be looking at alternative forms of abundance that you can draw into your life. But I also get an energy here of you focused on the material world. And it may not be something that you are normally focused on, but I feel like it could be something that's on your mind a little bit more this month, okay? And with the Ace of Pentacles, though, I feel like it's the start of new money coming into your life. I feel like you're aligning yourself with success, and you're generating prosperity from the resources that you have at your fingertips and within you. Now, they're giving me a song. This song, I have not heard this song in a long time. This shows how old I am. But anyway, it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. That's what gets results. Okay, so that's quite a famous song. If you're as old as I am, I'm as old as the trees themselves. And it's from the Soul Twins, okay? I think that's who sings it, if my memory serves me well. Now, I mean, that song literally says, it's not what you do, it's the way you do it. So you are unique. You are individual. You have wonderful ideas. Believe in them. Have faith in them. I feel like something that you're thinking about launching is going to be so good for you and for your family unit as well, okay? You may feel it's difficult, it's risky, okay? But I feel like you are intuitively being drawn to it, and I feel like you are calculated, and I feel like you are strategizing the best plan for you, and I feel like you're attracting wealth because of it as well. But for some of you, you're putting yourself out there for a new opportunity, and I feel like you're going to attract an opportunity there. There's definitely a new start. I mean, all of your cards tell me that there is a new start here. I'm going to have to pull some cards right at the end there, but I definitely see an opportunity for you to follow your dreams, and that there's some really awesome news coming on in that connects you to your passions. Now, this may indicate that you are connecting to like your true life's purpose is what I'm picking up on. I feel like you're passionate about this new start. It could be something creative. I mean, you may even, with the Chariot card, because the Chariot card is a card of duality. It's like you could be like focusing on a lot of things right now. I do feel like you're going to be busy. I do feel like you're going to be productive, and you may actually have two things that are really important that you want to focus on that are actually going to bring money in. Make sure you don't spread yourself too thin in terms of your energy, but I definitely see that you're not starting from scratch. That's the thing. I feel like you're starting from experience whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Now we've also got lilies. It's in the resistance position. So some of you have felt that you've had a creative block, or you felt like you're not really following your passions. And I also get energy, I mean, it even says long process here. So some of you are like, you're aware that things are going to take time, but I feel like you're busy working away in the flow of making things happen. And because the lilies card is in the resistance position, some of you are doubting your skills or doubting your wisdom or your knowledge. And this month in September, it's almost like the universe is going to point you in so many directions to prove to you that you got what it takes. You got everything you need within you to make this happen, to make your life that you desire a reality. Now, of course, everybody's idea of what they want their life to be is different. So whatever it is you're focused on, you're making things happen, okay? Now, I mean, when you have the lilies card, it even says delays there, but it's in the resistance position, which means there are no more delays. It means things are starting to move in the right direction. I also get a sense, they're showing me an image in the water. They're showing me a stained glass window. Now this indicates a window of opportunity, of guidance, but also it can be sanctuary, something you've been praying for, something you've been asking the universe for. So if you've had some difficulties recently, and whether that's financial or whether that is in terms of personal development or even a relationship, I feel like you're being given the gift of clear sight as well as a solution. Okay, I feel like a solution is coming towards you. I mean, for some of you, it could literally mean that you're thinking about doing some glass work. You may be opening yourself to a creative endeavor. You may have felt that you haven't been creative for a while and you're thinking, what is it I'd like to do? So, I mean, please take it as it resonates. It could also indicate that, you know, you're going to be walking down the sidewalk and you see a stained glass window that really captures your attention. There may be a message in that window or whatever is happening in that window for you. So please take it as it resonates. It may not resonate right now, and that's okay. You know, everything starts to slot into place when it's meant to. Now we do have the Six of Wands and the Page of Wands, okay? Some of you are feeling a little bit bored, a little bit stuck, same old thing, different day, just nothing happening. And you may feel it's time to shake things up a little bit. You may feel that you want to go back to college or learn something or take a class or just bring a little bit more excitement into your world and get connected to something that actually is your true life's purpose. So if you've been drifting or you felt that perhaps you've been a little bit lost recently, I feel like you're rediscovering your passion and your lust for life in the month of September. Some of you may feel really unappreciated. You may feel that you put a lot of effort into things, and you may feel, you know, that you are going unnoticed or unrecognized for your gifts and talents, and you are actually very skillful at what you do. And I feel by coming out of a comfort zone and doing something boldly different than you usually do, it really sets you apart, but it kind of wakes people up to see your true potential. But by then it's too late. I feel like you are walking away from anyone who did not recognize your true potential from the very beginning, because you're choosing to believe in you. And I feel like you're running with that energy and you're moving towards your goals and dreams. And I feel like there's a wonderful new start here, something you've been waiting for such a long time. And it actually brings in victory, reward, success, and I feel like you will be seen for your talents. But ultimately, I feel that some of you could be getting a qualification or a certification this month, or you're launching something or entering into something that will bring that. And I feel like you're finding your true purpose and you're allowing yourself to dream boldly and bigger than ever before. And I feel like this could be the start of a new idea or a project or something that you've been thinking about launching for a while. It actually sets you apart from everybody else, okay? So I definitely see you achieving your goals. There could be a promotion here. I definitely see promotion energy. So some of you could step into a leadership position or elevate in some way. I mean, what I see here, if you're elevating in a position where you're currently at, I feel like you're setting yourself apart from other people, and people will look at you differently. Okay, I feel like people are going to feel a little bit nervous or a little bit tense around you because now you're above them. So just watch out for that. There may be some changes in dynamics, but if you're going to a new company, I feel at first you may feel a little bit like a fish out of water. You're getting to know stuff. You're getting to know the way that they do things, but you're also bringing your own unique talents to the role as well and making it your own. And you're trying to get to know people and your way around. it's okay. It's going to feel a little bit like isolating at first, but then you're going to be in the flow, and I feel like you're going to be welcomed at where you're at because they recognize that you're a very gifted individual, okay? Some of you are going to sign a new contract, or there's some sort of proposal on the table for you to look at in the next month, and I definitely see that you're going to have to make a decision about whether you stay or go in a position or a situation, like on a more grounded level in terms of relationships. Some of you are looking at your investment in your friendships and relationships, and I feel like some of you have been putting yourself out there all the time, reaching out to people, trying to stay in contact, putting a lot of effort in, having a lot of responsibility, and you're like, whenever I need something, who's there for me? And the people who are never there for you, you may take a little bit of a step back. Now, we can't always be there for a person. So sometimes I feel it's important to recognize that if we want someone to be there for us and they can't, we have to try and understand that perhaps they really can't. They may want to, but circumstances beyond their control make them feel like they can't. But if you feel like this person's just not putting the effort in, I definitely get a sense that you're withdrawing your energy from that. And I just get a desire for you to shake life up a little bit this month and to come out of a comfort zone. I mean, some of you, because I just saw a yes-no dice, even though I picked this up, this is not a yes-no dice, but I just saw someone throwing a yes-no dice. So some of you may have got one of those dice that, you ask a question, should I do this? Should I connect to that person? Should I take a new job? And you may have decided to open yourself up to risk. I think there was like a book, maybe I'm wrong, I'm not sure. It was something like a person who they made their decisions on a dice. I think there was a book about it, probably Dice Man, Dice Person. Because I think it was a masculine energy that was the protagonist in that book. So I'm not really sure 100%, but that's coming to my mind. That's not what they're showing me in the water. In the water, actually, they're showing me a beach with lots of palm trees. So if you've just been on vacation, you may be dreaming, wishing that you were back there, or if this is something that you are working towards or you have booked to come, I feel it's so heavy in your energetic sphere. You have a desire and a yearning to just kick back, relax, but also I see that you want to create a life that perhaps allows you to travel. Some of you may be trying to look at your career and see how you can travel as part of your career, be an entrepreneur, be nomadic. Some of you may be even thinking, if you're retired, for example, you may be trying to discover where you feel like you belong and perhaps buy property or relocate into a place where there is a beach and a palm tree. So, I mean, I'd love to do that too. That'd be incredible. But we've got the ring and the dice as the outcome energy. Okay, now the ring is a commitment, and I feel like your commitment is to your prosperity at the moment, or to your job, or to your duties, your responsibility, to your finances. There's an agreement here. I mean, we have a bond, marriage, contract, proposal, partnership, and promise. So some of you may be I feel like you're making a lot of promises to yourself to be more discerning about the company that you keep, be more focused on your finances, making sure that you don't overspend. If you know that you can purchase something elsewhere that's exactly the same or nearly identical, but just for a little bit lower, I feel like you're just honoring that and just finding a better deal. But ultimately, if you're looking for love, I mean, I do see that there is a chemistry coming on in here. I feel like there is a passionate connection. Okay, this person, they spot you instantly and they can't keep their eyes off you. Okay, but I feel that there's a little bit of a pause before you actually make this something. Okay, so, and it may make you feel a little bit like, will we, won't we, feel a little bit uncertain about things. I feel like you may even retreat from this briefly, but I feel this person comes back on in. Okay, this person's a little bit younger than you, and that may be the thing that makes you feel a little bit, I'm not sure about this, but actually this person is serious about a long-term relationship. This person is a loyal mate, and I feel like this person, they're very fun to be with and they want commitment. They're loyal, okay? So it may start off like you may try to tentatively make it like a friendship at first, but I get a sense that it's going to be very passionate, intense, and steamy, and it will lead to something later on as well, okay? Now, I feel like you're really looking about what it is that you connect yourself to long term, because I feel there's this inner struggle right now of, in September for you, it's like independence versus security and stability. So some of you may want to, you know, sign a contract that ties you into a certain period of time or a certain period of money. And then you may also want to have like an independent entrepreneurship or an independent lifestyle. So I feel like you can have the best of both worlds. Because you got the Chariot card, it tells me that you can be far-reaching, that you can do whatever it is you set out to do. So you may sign like a long-term contract with a company or environment, but also do something creative on the side that keeps extra finances coming in. So I actually see that you're going to be very busy. Also, I do see the potential of love that will turn into a high-level commitment. We have dice. Okay, now this is the equivalent of the Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side, but I feel like you're taking a calculated risk to launch something or do something new, something that you've never done before. Even if it's not to do with business, because I feel strongly with the Ace of Pentacles being in your protagonist energy, with the Chariot, it tells me a lot of you are career focused, but if you're not in a career, I feel like you're actually thinking outside the box, doing things differently, like checking out your neighborhood in a different way, visiting a new park, or going on an adventure to a place that you've not been before, or checking out that new cafe that's just opened like down the road. I feel like you're exploring your circumstances and your surroundings in a new, curious way because you want stuff that's fresh. I feel with this reading, I get a sense that you don't want to do the same old thing because it's making you feel a little bit stuck. And it says here, blind faith, boldness, gamble, risks, uninhibited. And I mean, it has the card of Jupiter there. So I feel that Jupiter in retrograde, it does mean that you have to make your own luck, but some of you could be revisiting something that you used to love doing, or even rediscovering parts of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with, and it really just starts to reestablish your power and make you feel more grounded. Now, we do have some major energy at the end of the month, okay? We've got the Ten of Swords, new beginning, new start, the end of something that has been difficult. The Ten of Swords can be a graceful ending of something. It doesn't have to be like a big old dramatic ending of something. It just means that you've outgrown something or evolved from something. For some of you, it could be that something is hurting you. We've got the Five of Wands. Something's been challenging. This could be a food substance. It could be a person. It could be a situation. It could be a location. Something is challenging and you're thinking about getting rid of it. Okay. Also, some of you may feel that you've hit a glass ceiling in your life right now, and it just feels like you're on the point of doing something different. You're responding differently to challenging situations, and I feel like you're cutting it out or you're removing yourself. The Five of Wands can mean that some of you have come as far as you can with the knowledge that you've got, and you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So you may launch yourself into a class of learning or pick up a hobby or do something to upskill in some way. And with the Five of Wands, some of you are looking at the challenges that you've got, and I feel like you're ticking them off your list, like, yep, did it, overcame that. I feel like you're really proud of yourself, and I feel that you're challenging yourself in the right way. The Five of Wands can be to brainstorm, to, you know, meet new people who've got new ideas or who are different than you, and you honor those ideas because you can learn something from it. It can also indicate that you're intrigued by the new and the unfamiliar in your life, and you're taking a leap of faith into uncharted territory in some area, whether it is relocating to a completely new area where you have to make new friends or connect to new things, or whether it is to move into a new job, or whether it is to cut out something that has been long standing in your life, and you're like, you know what, now's the time for change. And I feel like you're so ready for this. The Hangman indicates you must sacrifice something in order to get something better, something greater. And I feel like either it's like you sacrifice procrastination in order to get productive and get the lifestyle that you want, or you sacrifice a toxic relationship in order to free yourself up to get the relationship that you deserve, or you leave a toxic work environment because it's stifling your progress and you launch something new that you're in control of, or you move into something that's more connected and in an alignment with your higher self. Whatever it is, we must let go of something in order to get something else. And I definitely sense here that the Hangman indicates that you're gaining a lot of wisdom, you're getting a lot of knowledge, but you're seeing your life from a very different perspective in the month of September, and it's allowing you to open yourself up, to trust in the universe, surrender, and manifest new opportunities, okay? I feel like it's an end of an old way of doing things, releasing restrictions, anything that's been holding you back. Now I feel like you're moving forward. And we got the Fool card, which is that launching energy. I also see with the Fool card that some of you are yearning for more fun. Okay, I get a sense that life has got serious, life has got difficult, things have become the same. And I feel like you're trying to find either a new journey or a new approach, or I feel like you're taking a chance on a new path that's actually going to lead you to a wonderful adventure. So whatever it is that you're doing, I feel like you have the power in your hands, and I feel like you have so much potential, okay? This is a time for optimism, because I feel everything that you're trying to visualize for your life is coming together. All it requires is that leap of faith, okay? So I'm just going to pull a quick card regarding your finances, okay? Because I actually see that you are, as I said, new project or new job or new business startup, but I want to see past that, because with the Ten of Swords, for some of you, you've been really struggling financially, and I just want to see what's going on there for you, okay? Not all of you. Five of Wands, yeah, it's difficult. I mean, that's the second time you got the Five of Wands. So some of you could train for something new in order to open yourself up to new opportunity. The Judgment card indicates leaving an old lifestyle behind or changing the way you approach. I mean, you're at a fork in the road, okay? The Judgment card really means you understand what you need to do and you're being called to do it. And for some of you, the majority of you, you're in training for your true life's purpose. And I feel that is what's going to bring you a lot of finances, okay? I mean, look, the Ace of Pentacles. So all these cards, I mean, the fact that these two cards already showed up in your reading, I feel like, yes, it's challenging, but I feel with the Protagonist energy, you already know that and you're prepared for that. And preparation is half the battle. So with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like the universe is stepping in to bring you some sort of financial reward to help you on your path. But you also need to help the universe by taking a step and listening to your inner guides. So if you have a hunch to do something, or to quit something, or to stop something, or to start something, this is your inner compass telling you this is the way. Listen to your intuition. It will never lead you astray. And I feel like the universe is sending you a resource or an opportunity. And I feel like you are actually aligning yourself with success to bring in more money. I feel like you're making an impact on your finances to create more wealth, okay? There's a lot of potential for more wealth to come in for you as well. Now I'm just going to get some final cards before I close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Now, you may hear that song. You may hear that song on the radio as you are walking down the sidewalk. Someone may play it in the car. It may even come up on your shuffle. It's such a unique old song. I love it when they give me those ones because, you know, it's not something that's playing on the radio all the time, like something new and now. So that song, it's so left field. When you hear that song, it's an indication that there is good luck, prosperity heading in your direction, and you worked hard for this. Okay, I also feel like some good karma coming in for you as well because of your generous spirit. They want me to go one more after this. 3. They asked for 3. Okay, so we have hummingbirds. They show me the hummingbirds in the water. They haven't shown me a clock. Is there a clock in those? Is there a clock in any of those cards? I didn't look, actually. Is there a clock there? No. Okay, so they show me the hummingbird. So it represents good luck for you. And there's your first sign of it. You're going to see more signs, but I just want you to be aware that I'm not just reading the cards or, you know, decoding the energy and the meaning. I'm visualizing, well, I'm basically scrying in the water. So visions are coming forward, sounds, symbols are coming forward. These are all things for you to recognize in your own life that point you in the direction and give you like an indication of the path that you're on is the right one, okay? And it says here, fortune smiles upon you, fast money, lucrative venture, payoff, flying high, and plenty. Okay, so that's your first sign. You may see all the clocks and everything a little bit later on, but you're still going to see hummingbirds. This is an indication that your prosperity is going from strength to strength and something you're working hard to accomplish. It doesn't have to be financial, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you will do what you set out to do. We've also got helping hand. We've got the helping hand from the universe there, okay? That's probably what the stained glass window represents for you as well. It says here, giving and getting support, reaching out, financial aid, donate, charity work, and loan. A lot of you are going to be focusing on your repayment plans and loans and things like that, mortgages. And I feel like there may be someone who comes into your world to give you some really good advice, like a good mortgage lender or a good way of paying off debt or getting an extra seasonal job or something like that. I feel like there's some sort of information coming your way if you're struggling with finances. We've also got medicine. Okay, now some of you may literally be going into medicine or you work in the medical field, but it says here, healing money blocks, reprogramming, open to receive, healing arts, and shadow work. So some of you are addressing the way that you look at wealth, okay? Some people, they grew up believing that money was bad, right? Now, money is not bad. It's a person who has the money, who is in control of the money. If there is like materialism or like, you know, a toxic attachment to the money, then of course, you know, it's not going to be very good. But money is important. We need it to pay bills. We need it to remain stable, feed our families. Money is not the problem. It's the person who has the money. So I see that you are a beautiful heart, that you are a loving person, you're a good person, you're always helping. And I feel that wealth and money in your hands would be very good. But in some people's hands, not very good. And I get a sense here that you are almost reprogramming the way you look at money and being open to receive. So I feel like you're attracting more at this time, okay? And some of you may actually, you know, develop your spiritual gifts during the month of September. You may be doing some shadow work, especially around a relationship in the past that did not go the way you'd hoped for. This is a romantic relationship. You may feel that that person in the past was only interested in the physical. You may have felt that they ghosted you. So some of you may be healing aspects of self there as well. And I feel some of you may also create some sort of endeavor that helps others heal too, okay? I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. I mix the trinkets and the runes to give you a broader energy, but they've just given you 2 runes right now. We got Hegal. Now, you know what? Pretty much every sign is getting Hegal, which is, you know, limitations or upheavals, difficulties, delays. But I also see, I mean, this also connects to risk. You know, boldly doing something different to set you apart, to overcome the obstacle. I feel like you will reach the top of your mountain, but I feel it's going to be a different approach. I don't feel it's the approach you've been taking. I feel like in the month of September, you're going to have an epiphany or have a discovery of an easier way to do it. And that's probably why that song came up. It's not, what was the lyrics again? I can't remember. It's not what you do, it's the way that you do it or something. And that's, oh, what was the last bit? That's what makes results or something like that. Okay, so it's not playing again, so I'm just trying to remember what it was. But yeah, so I feel that's very relevant for you. And we've also got water, emotions, okay? So this is developing your psychic gifts or your spirituality, but it's also pay close attention to your dreams. This is about using your intuition to make things happen and be in the flow. And I feel this connects to the feminine energy, male or female. It's not a gender specific reading, but the feminine energy is to be open to abundance, to trust the universe and surrender that the process is happening behind the scenes and the universe actually wants the best for you. So allow it to come to you. Okay, sometimes we can force away, we can try and make it happen, and the universe sends us roadblock after roadblock after roadblock and says, no, we've got a better way for you to do it. Just release the pressure and say, dear universe, I'm grateful for all that you're about to send me. I'm grateful to receive. Show me the way. And suddenly the way starts to appear. I know many, many years ago, I worked in a very toxic environment, and I was sent a tower moment in that environment to release me, to get me out of it, because I wouldn't have gone, because the money was good and I was staying there, but it was very toxic. And the universe has sent me so many signs, like I was getting sick, the people were awful, they were horrible to me, people threw stuff, it was ugh. Anyway, those people were the worst kind of people, and I stayed because the money was so good. It allowed me to help my family, it allowed me to live, and I was like, there's no other job that's going to pay that much money. And then the universe went, nope, going to remove you from that situation. And I was shocked, so shocked. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I just stood very, very still. And I was like, okay, I got the message. Show me the way. And I also had like a dream job that I really wanted to do on the side, that I was trying to get up off the ground, and that was never really working because I was too busy being exhausted and influenced by this toxic environment. And I stood very still, and the thing that I really wanted, that I'd worked so hard for on the side that was never working out for me, suddenly just started to work. Everything was coming towards me. I didn't even have to make any effort at first. It was like, okay, we're just going to show you the way. It's this way. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'd had so many sleepless nights trying to make stuff happen, and it just never worked out for me. And then when I stood still and removed the toxic element and said, okay, I'm putting my faith in myself and I value myself, the universe said, now we reward you, because you can see that everything within you, you have everything within you to create your destiny. We'll show you the way. And it led me to where I am today, and I'm in a very, very good position today. I'm very grateful for the people I have around me, the people I work with. They are incredible people. We're all supportive, and of course I do this as well, but it's important to recognize that the universe has your back, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Librans. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.